Zooming in, how it all began, the journey of self-worth through cleaning. When I first started cleaning, I believed I wasn't good enough. I would spend hours cleaning, working hard on impossible tasks, only to find myself offering clients extra time to finish the job. I felt like I wasn't fast enough, I wasn't good enough, and that I was letting my clients down. The doubt and shame weighed heavily on me. I wasn't meeting my own expectations, and I often felt like I couldn't achieve the level of perfection I imagined. But over time, with practice, patience, and most importantly, self-love, things began to change. As I applied myself more and stopped beating myself up, I began to realise the true value of my work. I started to take great pride in the transformation I was bringing to my clients' homes. I remember the first time I confidently told a client, I transformed your kitchen today, and if you continue to use me, I will get the whole house up to speed in a couple of months. They were thrilled, and so was I. As part of my housekeeping journey, I discovered something unexpectedly magical. I was curious, why would a client complain even though we were convinced we cleaned everything? Have you ever had that feeling? So I decided to study the behaviours of a great cleaner, of why some of my housekeepers got complaints and why others did not. One lady in particular kept missing cobwebs, and another lady who missed nothing. I explained to these ladies I was studying the art of housekeeping so they understood why I was watching them. I noticed something surprising. The lady who missed the cobwebs did the motion of cleaning but was not doing one simple thing. The lady who missed nothing zoomed in with her eyes. She was deliberately looking at what was right in front of her, and the interesting thing was at least every 7 seconds. So I started to self-reflect on my cleaning skill and started to practice the zooming habit myself. Then with practice it became a physical habit. I recognised to do my job well I had to really see what was in front of me, and in doing so really focusing with my eyes. I found myself being pulled into the present moment. It was as if time slowed down, my thoughts quietened, I was here. Clients would often say, I dread cleaning, but when I finally do it, it actually feels therapeutic. So I thought, why is that? Here's my answer. Because for those moments of cleaning, your attention shifts outwards. You get a break from the mental noise. What's for dinner? Did I book the MOT? Where are my husband's favourite socks? Instead, your focus narrows to a simple act. Wipe this surface, buff that mirror, scrub the stain, and for a moment you are free. So from complaints to mastery, the professional shift. Since then, in my business, I introduced this principle, zooming in, into our staff training, and it's even the 4th principle in my book, The Domestic Goddess. It made me think, as again, even when we were doing the techniques, damp, dry, buff, and when clients would still say, that clean was good, but some of the details missed, I realised this technique would knock this complaint out of the window. It's like looking at your cutlery drawer and saying, oh yes, that's clean. But when you zoom in with your eyes, you actually see the smears and masks. So the difference between an excellent cleaner who sees detail and a cleaner who does not look is the difference between a mediocre housekeeper and an exceptional one. So after reviewing complaints, I realised 9 times out of 10 the complaints could be linked to a lack of zooming in with your eyes. We were covering areas, yes, but not really seeing them. We weren't noticing the cobweb in the corner and the stubborn water stain. So the fix: teach the team to zoom in consciously every 7 seconds. That number became our magical rhythm. And from then on, the complaints could be addressed and referrals started flowing in. We became known for detail, for excellence. Zooming in is healing beyond the practical results. Something deeper started to happen to me. When I cleaned with this level of attention, something inside me began to heal. The noise in my mind, the past regrets, the emotional scars, the what-ifs, and why me's faded. I stopped being haunted. I found peace in the moment. I began to feel whole. Try this next time you're doing something, anything, zoom in. Whether it's a Zoom call at work, a conversation with a partner, or wiping a countertop, just focus. Really look at what's in front of you. Notice the colour, the texture, the shadows. Feel it, be with it. You might be surprised how much it quiets the chatter in your mind. Cleaning is an act of self-love, and some people say cleaning is a low-skilled job, something people just do to get by. I disagree. It's a skill. The ripple effect of self-love through cleaning. The effects of cleaning, when done with love and intention, are truly infectious. As I continued my journey, my clients began to feel the love and care I was putting into their homes. My business grew. They started to appreciate themselves more and even us more, seeing the value and beauty of their spaces. This newfound pride didn't stop at the walls of their homes. It extended to their families, their relationships, and even their sense of self-respect. The positivity spread, creating a cycle of love and self-respect that benefited everyone involved. Who says housekeeping isn't a great job? The power of zooming in. I can't stress enough the power of focusing on the present moment, what I call zooming in. Ironically, when I was younger, I worked in change management but felt like a fake, like I was pretending to know what I was doing. The feeling of dread about my job was constant, but in cleaning, I found a surprising method for managing change, not only in my spaces but for myself. As I perfected the art of zooming in, I transformed my cleaning business and, more importantly, myself. I started to feel like I was truly managing change, not just for my clients, but for my team as well and myself. I became a guide for them, teaching them to value themselves and their work through the same principle of presence. It took me a long time to come to the realization, but now, in my 50s, I feel energized and purposeful. The benefits of zooming in on a task isn't just a cleaning technique, it's a way of connecting with the present moment. When you focus your attention on what's right in front of you, it forces you to be here, really here now. The truth is that by practicing this presence, you begin to embrace your own perfection and beauty. By zooming in, you can engage fully with what's in front of you, reducing distractions and increasing satisfaction. Cultivate peace as your mind shifts away from the worries of your mental noise. Increase focus by training your attention to stay on the task at hand, making it easier to reduce stress and anxiety. Learning the power of presence. Have you ever been driving and found yourself at your destination having passed several miles without even remembering the drive? This is because you're focused on what is in front of you on your journey. Cleaning offers a unique opportunity to train yourself to stay present in the task, and in doing so leads to a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. It's a physical task, but also a deeply mental one. It requires your full attention, and this is why cleaning can be such a powerful tool for transformation, a path to better mental health. Cleaning, when approached with love and intention, has a profound impact on mental health. For years, I struggled with extreme mood swings, often between negativity and superficial positivity. I would wake up dreading the day, filled with anxiety about what challenges I would face. But through the consistent practicing of zooming in and staying present to something, it began to shift. Now, most days I wake up quite excited about the possibilities for the day, ready to embrace challenges with a calm and grounded attitude. I've learnt that the more I focus on the positive actions I can take, the less power the negative thoughts hold over me. Focus on breathing as well. Simple tools for transformation. One of the simplest tools I use to maintain focus and presence is deep breathing. They do it in meditation. When I feel my mind drifting, I take a deep breath and bring my attention back to the task at hand. This act of breathing helps me, or consciously building, helps me center myself into the present moment. It takes practice, but it works. I believe that if we taught these practices in schools, teaching young people how to focus, breathe, and clean with intention, it would actually alleviate many of the mental health challenges that are becoming so prevalent in our society. So, key lessons for the zoom in technique. 1. Enhance cleaning precision. By zooming in, my team are able to identify spots that need more than just a surface clean. This attention to detail drastically reduces the client complaints and means we can offer an amazing service. Secondly, it's a gateway to mindfulness and healing. The process of zooming in gave us much deeper understanding as to how to be professional and successful. It became a form of therapy too. The noise of anxiety and trauma was quietened by the meditative act of cleaning, allowing us to begin healing from past pain. And thirdly, presence over performance. Instead of seeing cleaning as a repetitive job, it became a practice of being. We trained our teams to zoom in every 7 seconds or so, grounding our senses into the now. This approach doesn't just apply to cleaning, it can enhance focus and emotional connection in any task. From Zoom calls to cooking dinner. Fourth, dignity in domestic work. The narrative challenges the stigma that cleaning is a low-skilled job. Our business showcases that it's a skill of care, attention and transformation, both of space and of self. It's a path that can feed the soul when approached with intention and pride. Conclusion, you don't need to be a professional cleaner to use this tool. It does help. Whether you're wiping down a kitchen counter, cooking, listening to someone speak, being with your children or folding laundry, zoom in, notice what's in front of you, feel the textures, observe the movements, let the movement pull you in. The magic is in the details, and the details are where healing begins.